Hello, Katie Hunt here with your General Weekly Tarot card reading for your week in particular. It is only your week. For the week of May 12th, 2019. This week I'll be using the Mystic Fairy Tarot cards by Barbara Moore and intuiting any additional information that comes in from our guides in the universe that we have the absolute best understanding on what is to come this week. So, how are you doing? Please let me know in the comments below how you've been doing, maybe how last week manifested for you, maybe some high points or maybe some low points. Did you learn any lessons? Please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear how these readings are helping you, how they're bringing clarity to what you're going through. I make these readings so that you know that you're not alone through this, because when I first started my journey, I loved finding solace in readings just like these, because I was like, oh, I'm not crazy. That is feeling really crappy this week for no reason. Or, wow, like it's not just me. I'm supposed to be emotional this week. It just gave me a little bit of peace. So I would love to hear from you to tell me how these readings are actually helping you, because that helps me to better understand what you're going through and what I'm going through, and just how we can just build an even better community, frankly. So, how are you doing? Please let me know in the comments below if that was not clear until now. Last week was horrible for many of us. I don't know if you're one of the lucky ones, and I hope you were. Most of us had a really hard week. We got through the week and it was like, oh my gosh, thank God, I can just relax. It was a lot of stuff, a lot of exhaustion as a result, a lot of weird stuff coming up to the surface, lots of self-doubt, lots of old crap that we no longer need. I personally have been having a really tough time the last couple weeks. I've just been so drained and things just seem so hard to get done. And there's all of this super crazy, like, old ego stuff kind of coming up to the surface. And I'm kind of like looking at it like, I know that this does not fit, but it's still affecting me. So I don't know if you had anything like that happening, where things were going on that don't really make any sense in your life, that you were just kind of, you're not really sure where it fits in this life, but it's still impacting you today. This is just all old stuff that's clearing up and bubbling up to the surface. I don't know why things are so intense all the time for us this year, last couple hundred years, why things are so intense for us, but it's all, I guess, part of a grand plan. You have to believe that. They're not trying to drag out this healing. We are we're in a period of expedited growth, because we need to reach new levels. We need to evolve. We need to kind of step up in big ways. And part of that is clearing all of this human shit that doesn't serve us at all. We have to shed these old human skins so that we can become those divine beings who we're meant to become, and those divine beings that came here for this kind of experience. So when you're going through all this garbage and all this crap, come to your spiritual tools, whatever they are. If you don't have spiritual tools, then be exercising and journaling or whatever, because these times are really hard, and it's really easy to go into victimhood and to complain and to sit there and kind of get a little bit comfortable in that space of self-doubt or whatever that old excuse me whatever those old things that don't really serve you anymore, whatever those things are, it's really easy to get stuck there. So you need your spiritual tools to pull you out. So your spiritual tools are your community, your journaling, your local healer or coach, whatever it is, a therapist, etc., etc. So make sure that you are also, engaging in all of that stuff to help you move through this and clear it, but that you're also coming at it from an understanding of this being a part of your journey here, this serving you in some way, that all of this stuff leaving you is actually a good thing. You're letting it go so it can leave, so it can make room for other stuff that's better. And, you know, you're releasing all of this stuff that seems really hard as it goes, but all of that stuff is just sitting inside of you, just sitting there and just festering. So it's kind of nice to clear it all out. And so this is a gift. This is a long-winded explanation for me to come to the point of this is a gift. This serves you. So when you go into those moments and you're like, being a human is freaking hard and I'm sick of it, remember that you are here to have a human experience. And yes, that is hard, but it also comes with many blessings. And choose to believe in that, and choose to believe that there is always blessings in everything. And sometimes that's hard. Sometimes it's really hard for you to actually believe because really horrible things might be happening to you. And when bad things happen, you're not supposed to go into seeing the silver lining right away. You're supposed to grieve. You're supposed to go through it. You're supposed to be angry. And then later, all of that insight comes. So when we clear all of this stuff, all of this really old stuff that we thought we processed a long time ago, we're able to have that beautiful lens on it to say, okay, this is all old trauma. It still feels real. I'm clearing it, but maybe I can see the good in it now. Now that a lot of time has passed, I can look back on my life and see that that served me. That event, that belief, whatever it was, served me in some way because it got me to here. And this is a good place to be. So please just keep that in mind. So this week, we have a little bit more of the same. Lots of intense pressure coming in. I sometimes feel like a meteorologist, I believe they're called, a weather girl, to tell you that there's intense pressure coming in from the west, which will pour down all of these lessons all over to you, and just cause this enormous flood of emotion. So that could be what happens. I don't know what's wrong with me today. So yeah, there could be a lot of pressure coming in. It's a lot in the head as well. It's really important to continue to spend time by yourself, to digest, to spend time processing. Feels like the energy is very serious. It doesn't feel like we have a whole lot of desire to have fun, but it's really important that you try to release some of that pressure a little bit on yourself, and you can get it out by having fun. Things don't have to be so serious. So if you can, maybe that's why I'm being ridiculous. Maybe that's part of it, is you just have to find the ridiculousness in all of this crap that you're processing through and all of the stuff that you're dealing with. Sleep is a big one this week. Rest, find time to sleep, make time. It is very, very important. And we did have cards that popped out before the reading started. The first card we have is the theme of the week, which is Two of Pentacles. I'm also feeling very distracted. So this probably is not the best week to focus on stuff. So, and if you have to focus, like if you have an exam or some really intense project that you need to get done, just give yourself a little bit of extra patience, because it might feel like you're a bit of a squirrel. And also, don't multitask this week, which is impossible as a human because we're constantly multitasking. But if you have something that you need to get done, don't multitask. Just sit in silence, because the tiniest little thing, I think, is going to really throw us off course. So just be mindful of that going into this week. So the Two of Pentacles talks about the physical world. I'm feeling like this is about you being pulled in two separate directions this week. And maybe that's a beautiful tie-in, actually, to what I just said about feeling like a squirrel. Is, you want something over here, but then this over here is shiny, so then your focus goes here. So being kind of pulled in opposite directions, you're being asked to kind of just let both fall and just kind of coast through the middle and just let those things fall away if they're not really meant to be. This is all in the physical world. This could be a time of choice, choosing between two things or multiple choices, I guess, that affect you in third dimensional reality. So maybe between jobs or homes or something like that. But I definitely feel like there's a distinct, I should say, distinct columns. Like you can go this way or you can go this way. And you're kind of going to want to go both ways. So when that's the case, is either choice really that great, or are you just kind of settling? For Monday, Tuesday, we have the Empress. The Empress is an interesting card to have this week. The Empress is pregnant. She is fertile. She brings things from the non-physical through to the physical. This is a great one if you're an entrepreneur, you're starting a project Monday, Tuesday, or even if you're looking to get pregnant, maybe get down on Monday, Tuesday, just saying, it might help. So this is a really fruitful time. This is a major arcana card, which means that you don't have a whole lot of influence over this decision. It kind of just comes in and pushes you around and guides you to where you need to go. So when we have this theme of the week where we're manipulating these two choices, or we're manipulating these two things that are shiny and drawing our focus, we can kind of relax a little bit and allow the universe to guide you towards what it is that you actually should be doing, the thing that you actually want to be doing. So release the wheel a little bit and sit back. Wednesday, Thursday, we have the Priestess. So this card we did have last week. This is about spiritual exploration. This is another major arcana card. Not a whole lot of choice again we have here. So the Priestess is about going within. It is about connecting to a teacher. I am feeling definitely, though, for some of us, that this is the teacher within you, and it's connecting into that guru within yourself and trusting that guidance and learning what that guidance feels like versus what the ego is saying. So might be a little bit of a time to have some fun, so maybe do some exploring in your spiritual world. For some of you, though, this is a teacher entering in your life on Wednesday, Thursday. This could also be a lesson as a teacher. So maybe your teacher is more of like a Saturn teacher where they're kind of being a jerk to you, but they've taught you this incredible lesson by the impact that that had on you. So keep an open mind. And like we talked about at the beginning, you can believe that you're going through a hard time and that this totally friggin' sucks. Or you can shift your focus to, oh, I'm grateful that I'm going through this experience. The same type of thing here. You can victimize yourself and say that this person's horrible and that they're mean to you. Or you can look at them as a beautiful teacher who taught you this incredible lesson and you have so much gratitude for them and you don't have to be friends with them, but you can take from them what they're willing to teach you. And even if that doesn't feel good, remember that growth is very rarely comfortable, as we're all recognizing in our lives with all of this stuff happening. All of this growth that we're doing right now is massive. And you deserve a little bit of credit because you are going through a whole lot of stuff. So give yourself permission to enjoy it a little bit and also to rest. Because resting is very important and you've earned it. Not that you need to earn it, but our human brains say that we need to earn it. So I'm telling you that you've earned it, so please rest. That doesn't really seem like it pairs in well with this card, but it really does. Resting is a big part of the lesson. It's part of that processing, and it's part of the spiritual understanding. It's part of actually like that growth. That's that part. You learn the lesson, the growth happens when you've processed it. You can process as you rest. Okay, and so for the weekend, we have Death. And the Death card is about an ending. It is about an ending in a physical world. So that's very interesting because we have the Two of Pentacles. You're being kind of divided in two places on Earth, and then you have an ending on the weekend. For some of you, this will be that those two options fall. For some of you, it is that one of the options actually just completely clears off the table. And for others, this is just an ending of something else. Could be relationship, could be the end of a job, could be the end of a home. I am feeling though that this is the end of a big cycle. Oh my God, I hope so. This might be the end of all of this. They're saying no. Sorry, it's not the end of all of this craziness. It's the ending of something. And don't be afraid of this ending either, because it does serve you. It is here to serve your highest and greatest good. Should be an interesting week, my friends. Thank you so much for being here each and every week. If you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to YouTube, this channel. Not YouTube in general, this channel. And also, if you haven't already, please come by katiehunt.ca to subscribe to my emailing list to be notified every week of special offers and insights only shared through the email list. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being here each and every week, for listening to me ramble on, and giving me the privilege of being able to deliver divine messages to you each and every week. I so do appreciate it. I appreciate your time. And I'm sending you so much love. I hope you have an amazing week. See you later.